222 days, or shall we say 7 months after the Nigerian government banned Twitter, they finally lifted the ban on midnight January 13, 2022. The ban, which attracted condemnation from many world leaders and organizations, came into place on June 5 of 2021 after the US-based microblogging platform deleted a tweet by President Muhammadu Buhari for violating its rules. The said tweet referenced the 1967 to 1970 Biafran War, which the Nigerian government won by starving over 1 million civilians to death, with Buhari promising to deal with sections, especially members of the Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB), in the same manner. Many did not take kindly to such a genocidal statement and reported the tweet massively, leading to its removal. Exactly 3 days after, the government banned Twitter for having double standards and allowing the spread of fake news that undermines the country's corporate existence while denying it was connected to the tweet removal. Despite the outcry over violation of freedom of speech, the government insisted it will only reverse the ban if Twitter agrees to its terms and conditions of operation, including tax obligation, registration with Nigerian authorities, and respecting Nigerian laws. Stubbornly, many Nigerians refused to abandon Twitter and massively installed VPN to circumvent the ban, despite threats of arrest by the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. After much back and forth with the Twitter ban that allegedly cost the country 546 billion naira in economic losses, the government finally lifted it because Twitter has agreed to its terms and conditions. With Twitter refusing to acknowledge these, many have begun doubting this is the real reason the government lifted the ban. According to many, it may be connected to the 2023 election and Bola Tinubu's recent declaration to run for the presidency.
Informed Mr. President of my ambition, and you don't expect more answers than that.
Could this be the real reason they lifted the ban? Hello guys, it's T-Code here for African Glitz. Twitter remains one of the most popular social media platforms in Nigeria. Apart from Nigerians using it to mobilize protest as seen during the NSAS protest, activism, and campaigning during the election, the microblogging platform is also used to engage with leaders and express their freedom of speech. Unfortunately, the Nigerian government tried to end all of this over what many initially tagged a joke. 3 days before, President Buhari had taken to the platform to attack secessionist groups, especially the Indigenous People of Biafra (IPOB), for allegedly being behind the attack on government offices and structures in the southeast region. He had tweeted, "Many of those misbehaving today are too young to be aware of the destruction and loss of lives occurred during the Nigerian Civil War. Those of us in the fields for 30 months who went through the war will treat them in the language that they understand." The Nigerian Civil War, or the Biafran War, was fought between 1967 and 1970 over an attempt by the state of Biafra to break away. The war finally ended on January 15, 1970, with the Nigerian government defeating the secessionist forces through starvation. With this in mind, many couldn't help but be enraged by the genocidal tweet from the president and began reporting it en masse, leading to its removal by Twitter for violation of its rules. Angered by this, the Nigerian Information Minister, Lai Mohammed, accused Twitter of siding with the secessionists, refusing to delete their tweets. The government took swift action and banned Twitter operation in Nigeria. Denying it was connected to the tweet removal, they claimed it was being used to undermine Nigeria's corporate existence by spreading fake news that would potentially have violent consequences. Many Nigerians beat the ban by using virtual private network (VPN) and protested against it on the platform with the hashtag #KeepItOn. On response, the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, threatened to arrest those circumventing the ban with VPN but was forced to deny this threat statement after many pointed out a VPN icon on his post. Nonetheless, there was a widespread call for the government to reverse the ban. While Donald Trump, former president of the US, who was earlier banned from the platform, praised the Nigerian government, many others condemned their actions to violate freedom of speech and digital rights. These include the Swedish government, American government, Canadian government, Nigerian Bar Association (NBA), Amnesty International, Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project (SERAP), etc. The NBA and SERAP even took the government to court. Sadly, nothing significant came out of it. The government insisted that it will only lift the ban if Twitter agrees to its terms and conditions of operation in Nigeria, including Register in Nigeria. Appoint a designated country representative. Comply with tax obligations in Nigeria. Enroll Nigeria in its portal for direct communication between the government official and Twitter to manage prohibited content violating Twitter community rules. Act with a respectful acknowledgement of Nigerian laws. However, for months, despite the back and forth with Twitter, they were unable to agree until 2 months after the platform appointed a new CEO. 222 days later, the government surprisingly ordered its reversal on midnight of January 13 of 2022, following what the president, through his spokesman, Garba Shehu, tagged a resolution of the impasse between the government and Twitter mutually beneficial agreement and relationship. Appreciating the youths for being patient, the government said their engagement with Twitter was cordial, respectful, and successful. While Twitter has refused to officially comment on what it agreed to for the government to unban its operation in Nigeria, the company tweeted it was pleased to be restored in the country and deeply committed to Nigeria. However, many have found it difficult to believe Twitter, an independent platform, agreed to all the terms and conditions of the government and are now convinced there has to be another reason behind this, with many pinpointing the fast approaching 2023 election. Could this be the reason? With Twitter being a major tool for youth mobilization and election campaigns in Nigeria, it is very easy to assume the fast approaching election is why the government lifted the Twitter ban. However, since the hot debate on the 2023 election and preparation has been ongoing since 2021, many were convinced that the election is not the real reason but Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Recall that after many calls for him to run for the presidency, APC chieftain and ex-governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, officially declared his intention to run for the presidency on Monday, January 9, 2022, after visiting President Buhari at Aso Villa, Abuja. He had stressed that he has the confidence, vision, and capacity to build on the foundation laid by Buhari to turn around the country's fortunes. However, for this to happen, President Buhari, who endorsed Tinubu, would have to open all the doors for an aggressive campaign for him, including Twitter, which is very effective. This is why many strongly believe the Twitter ban was lifted. Indeed, since the ban was lifted, it's no secret that Tinubu's publicists and minions have flooded the platform with various campaigns ahead of the 2023 election. Meanwhile, the ban reversal has been met with little celebrations from Nigerians who insist that the government banned itself and it's official, not them. They are the ones who need to be welcomed back to Twitter. Also, following reports that the ban cost the country about 546.5 billion naira in economic losses, many have begun criticizing the government for their gain, calling their move a travesty. The likes of Seyi Makinde, Peter Obi, Akin Alabi have been appreciated for ignoring the ban. In the same vein, VPN companies have also been reacting with a meme from one of the most popular ones going viral on Twitter. What do you think about the Twitter ban and its reversal after 7 months? Do you agree it was a violation of the fundamental human rights of Nigerians, or it was called for? Do you think the government lifted the ban because Twitter agreed to its terms and conditions, or to open the way for the Tinubu presidency campaign against the 2023 election? Share your opinion in the comment section down below. If you found this video informative, please comment, like, and share. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more well-researched African stories and news we know you would like. Click on the bell sign to be notified every time we upload a new video so that you don't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you on our next one.